What does it take to earn trust at the highest level of sport? And how quickly can that trust be questioned? When you represent your country, do your actions off the field matter as much as performances on it? Ben Duckett knows this question better than most. Once dropped, once doubted, then trusted again. But now, a video circulates online. A moment, a few seconds, enough to spark debate across the cricketing world. Was it harmless? Was it irresponsible? Or was it something deeper, about standards, discipline, and accountability? And here is the burning question that will define this entire story. In modern elite sport, is talent enough to protect trust? Or is trust more fragile than ever? Before the fame, before the pressure, before social media, there was just a boy in England, with a left-handed bat, and a fearless belief that he belonged. Ben Duckett grew up loving cricket, not cautiously, but boldly. From school cricket to county grounds, he played with intent. Not safe shots, not survival cricket. He attacked. Even as a teenager, Duckett didn't wait for bowlers to make mistakes. He forced them. That confidence made him different. And difference attracts attention. But difference also attracts scrutiny. Then came the year that changed everything. In domestic cricket, Duckett didn't just perform. He dominated. Runs flowed. Centuries stacked up. Records fell. In one season, he did what many never do in a lifetime. England saw a future star. Fans saw a fearless new era. And Duckett? He walked into international cricket believing he belonged. But here is the truth about elite sport. The higher you climb, the thinner the margin for error. International cricket doesn't forgive quickly. Bowlers studied him. Pressure followed him. Mistakes multiplied. But the criticism wasn't only about technique. It was about temperament, decision-making, maturity. And then came the words every athlete fears. Dropped. No press conference can explain that pain. One day you wear the crest. The next day, you watch from the outside. And here is where many careers quietly end. Not because the player lacks skill, but because they fail to grow. Duckett disappeared from headlines, but not from the work. He returned to domestic cricket, not as a prodigy, but as a student. He learned patience. He learned control. He learned that aggression without awareness is a weakness. This was not reinvention for cameras. This was growth in silence. And growth changes everything. Years later, England called again. But this time, they didn't select a boy with talent. They selected a man with reliability. Duckett returned with the same fearless intent, but wrapped in discipline. He attacked smarter. He absorbed pressure. He gave England momentum at the top. Most importantly, he became someone the team could trust. And in elite sport, trust is currency. The answer will not come from headlines. It will come from understanding the system, the player, and the moment. Playing for England is not just about runs and averages. It is about conduct, perception, responsibility. The England cricket team operates under scrutiny that never sleeps. Cameras follow. Social media records. Public opinion reacts instantly. For players like Duckett, this scrutiny is not new. He has lived on both sides of trust. During the Ashes series, between the second and third tests, England's squad travelled to Noosa on Australia's Sunshine Coast. Officially, it was described by the board as not a holiday, but a reset, a chance to mentally refresh players during an intense tour. Then, a video surfaced on social media. It allegedly showed Ben Duckett appearing disoriented while attempting to return to the team hotel. The clip spread rapidly. Interpretations followed. Judgments arrived before facts. Importantly, no official conclusion was immediately announced. This is how modern controversies begin. Not with evidence, but with perception. Shortly after the video circulated, Rob Key, England's managing director, stated that the situation would be reviewed. The England and Wales Cricket Board clarified that the Noosa trip was not intended as a vacation. Head coach Brendan McCullum had framed it as a psychological reset. Here lies the tension: a freedom versus professionalism, a trust vs control, a culture versus discipline. Modern teams want relaxed players, but relaxed environments also carry risk. This story resonates more deeply because Duckett has been here before. Earlier in his career, questions were raised, not just about technique, but maturity. Being dropped once taught him something many athletes learn the hard way. Skill earns selection. Behavior earns longevity. His comeback into the England setup was built not only on runs, but on reliability. That is why this moment, real or perceived, triggered such strong reaction. At the elite level, trust is not moral judgment. It is risk assessment. Coaches ask, can I rely on this player under pressure? Will distractions affect preparation? Does this individual strengthen or destabilize the group? Trust is not lost in one night, but it can be questioned in one clip. Let us return to the burning question. Is talent enough to protect trust in modern elite sport? The answer is no. Talent opens the door. Discipline keeps it open. England did not trust Duckett again because he was gifted. They trusted him because he had grown. And whether this incident affects that trust depends on facts, not footage and patterns, not moments. Teams do not punish rumors. They respond to behavior over time. This is not a story about alcohol. It is not a story about one night. It is a story about how quickly narratives are formed, how fragile public trust can be, how second chances demand higher standards for Duckett. The question is not about being dropped again. The real question is, can a player continue to evolve faster than the scrutiny around him? Every elite career balances on a thin line between freedom and responsibility. Some fall from it, some learn to walk it better. And that is why this story is still being written, because trust, once regained, must be protected every single day. So what do you think? If trust is rebuilt through growth, discipline, and time, then how long does it take to lose it again in the digital age? Seconds, minutes, or just one clip?